I've hesitated to say anything about this election, but I do feel the need to express my genuine concern with the possibility of a second Donald Trump term. I want to express my thoughts and my reasons for this, but I recognize that my credibility may not be trusted. That people might think just because I'm a young black guy that I'm biased against the Republican, or I hate Trump, or I want the black woman to win. And so what I'm going to do in this video is share not my own words, but the words of people whose credibility cannot be doubted, people whose biases cannot be distrusted, people who Donald Trump himself says are the best people.
I know the best people. I know the best managers. I know the best deal makers. I know people that will make us so strong. I know guys that are so good.
I'm not saying they're the best people because Donald Trump says they're the best people. I want you to understand that their credibility was trusted by Donald Trump. These four individuals, James Mattis, Mark Esper, John Kelly, and Mark Milley, were relied upon by Donald Trump. They worked for him. They are not just out to get Donald Trump. And in these clips here, you can see he trusted them individually and thought very highly of all four of them.
Mad Dog Mattis. He's great. They say he's the closest thing to General George Patton that we have, and it's about time. It's about time.
Mark Esper, who is a highly respected gentleman with a great career, West Point, Harvard, a tremendous talent, was just named Acting Secretary of Defense. I think he'll do very well. John Kelly will do a fantastic job. General Kelly has been a star, done an incredible job thus far, respected by everybody, a great, great American. General Mark Milley, as you know, was just appointed the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff to be determined date. Mark Milley, he's a great gentleman, he's a great patriot, he's a great soldier.
So Donald Trump trusts the credibility of these individuals. They worked in his administrations in some of the most senior positions. Not only does Donald Trump trust them, but separate from that, they are all highly decorated members of the United States military. Three of them are generals. Their judgment has been trusted in this country to decide what is a threat to this country externally. Their judgment has been used to decide where we fight, who we fight, how we fight. Their reliability has not been questioned. And these are the individuals who are now saying that they see a great threat to this nation from within.
This morning, an extraordinary rebuke. Former Defense Secretary James Mattis condemning President Trump. The retired Marine general writing in The Atlantic, Donald Trump is the first president in my lifetime who does not try to unite the American people, does not even pretend to try. Instead, he tries to divide us. Mattis slamming the president's threat to deploy U.S. armed forces against Americans protesting the death of George Floyd. Mattis writes that when he was sworn into the Marine Corps some 50 years ago, never did I dream that troops taking the same oath would be ordered under any circumstance to violate the constitutional rights of their fellow citizens, much less to provide a bizarre photo op for the elected commander-in-chief, with military leadership standing alongside.
What's at stake if President Trump runs for president again and wins?
I think that whoever we elect in 2024 has to meet a number of criteria. Number one, they have to put country over self. Number two, they have to serve with integrity, with principles. Number three, they have to be able to work with other people. They have to be able to unify the country and lead. And President Trump just doesn't meet that for me.
In your opinion, is President Trump a threat to democracy in this country?
I think based on his actions on January 6th, you can't come to any other conclusion.
What do you believe he was trying to do on January 6th?
I think he was trying to overturn the results of a legitimately certified election and the peaceful transfer of power, both of which are hallmarks of a democracy. And we are the world's oldest democracy. And even attempting to do that really not just hurt our own republic, but undermine the credibility of the United States in the world to speak to these principles.
He commented more than once that, that Hitler did some good things too. He's certainly an authoritarian, admires people who are dictators. He has said that. So he certainly falls into the general definition of fascist, for sure.
You said General Milley told you about Trump, quote, he is the most dangerous person ever I had suspicions when I talked to you about his mental decline and so forth, but now I realize he's a total fascist. He's the most dangerous person to this country.
So I'm saying, don't take the words of this young black guy talking about Donald Trump. I'm saying take the words of these highly credible and these entirely unbiased generals, that these men who have served this nation faithfully for decades upon decades, these people who know Donald Trump, who know his decision making, who know his motivations, who have worked closely with him and seen how he thinks. I'm saying take their word that Donald Trump is a genuine danger to this country, that Donald Trump is a genuine risk to this democracy. I hear a lot of talk about abortion, about immigration, about the economy. None of those things matter. If there's no democracy, it does not matter what your political position is. It does not matter what the border policy is, because the authoritarian, the fascist, decides what his priorities are, and those become the law of the land. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else I can write. I don't know what else I can record. I think everyone who is a part of this country has the opportunity to do something about it, needs to do whatever you can to keep Donald Trump from the White House.
But we've never actually been in this moment in history before where so many former senior military officials who directly served under Donald Trump and senior officials like myself are warning about his character, his infidelity to the Constitution, how he views our military. And I want to shake people and be like, why are you not believing us? How many more four-star generals need to tell you the truth about who this man is? He is so deeply dangerous.